What's up, Saber Source fans? So we're here to do a quick review of the new V5 Saber from Ultrasaber. This is the Dark Sentinel V5. So this was the one that you guys voted for me to get from Ultrasabers and do a review on them. If you're familiar with the Ultrasabers line of hilts, they're pretty much very basic. I would recommend them for beginners, and if you want to use them for stun sabers, they're very nice to have. Price point will vary depending on the design and the specs or the features that you would want. Ultrasabers lineup has different versions of their basic sabers: the Aeon, the Sentinel, the Initiates, and the Apprentice Sabers. So you have your V2s, V3s, V4s, and recently they came out with the V5. So I couldn't get all of them, so I just got one just to see what the hype is. So this is the V5, again, the V5 Dark Sentinel LE V5. So it has the accents, the silver accents here on the grip, on the upper grip as well, and that's also the V5 Sabers already have the windowed emitters by default. So this was what I got, and I initially actually got a red Sentinel, Dark Sentinel V5, but it came to me with the busted battery holder. So we actually repaired this and modified this, and we put in an lithium-ion 18650 battery inside, and we changed the LED as well to our mix of purple, which we call Saber Source Purple. So yeah, so this is what we use, but I want to show you a little bit of things that are, the highlight of the Saber. Number one, again, is the windowed emitters. So again, this comes by default. It looks quite nice, especially when I pop in the blade later. Second is the AV switch comes also by default. It doesn't have the regular guarded switch that Ultrasabers sent when you get the stun sabers. So there's no option for the guarded switch. It automatically comes with an AV switch. Basically, that's what I want to show. By the way, one other thing that they actually put in the design is, because you have this design on the windowed emitter, there's actually a shroud inside. So you have a blade holder here. The LED, is below here. It will not move when the shroud is inside. But for me, this is something that's a fine addition for me. It kind of secures the LED inside, unlike before when you get Ultrasaber hilts. The LED will wobble inside, if you don't have a blade popped in. So this is a very good design inclusion for their V5 lineup. I'm not sure if the other V5s have this as well, but again, for the Sentinel and the Dark Sentinel, including I think also the Apprentices also has this shroud as well. So it's secured. The shroud is secured by the same retention screw that you use for the blade. It's quite long. It's not your regular retention screw, so you don't want to lose this retention screw that comes with the blade or with the saber, so that or else the normal retention screw will be very short. You will not be able to secure your blade and the shroud together. So now, I'll pop in the blade to show you how it looks. We opted to get a clear, heavy grade blade, mainly because the red that I initially ordered comes out better when it comes to clear blade. So that's a little bit of a tip for you guys. If you want your colors to come out richer, especially with shades of red, so red, purple, violet amethyst, etc., you might want to consider getting a clear blade rather than a ultra edge or what we call a trans white blade, because it doesn't come out quite as nicely. The color doesn't come out quite as richly as an Ultra Edge blade, mainly because the white washes out the color, especially on the red spectrum. So yeah, so securing the blade here. So yeah, so this is our own mix of purple. It's a very, very rich purple. So it's not pinkish, it's actually in between an indigo and a pink or magenta. So we really kind of like this purple shade that for whoever wants to have their stun sabers modified, will be actually very happy to help you convert your sabers to a very bright purple. Goes all the way to the tip. So yeah, so what I like about the saber, so quickly just run down, it still incorporates the same Sentinel grip sections, Sentinel grip sections here and here. So before it's mataas yata siya, it's a little bit, you know, higher before, but again, this windowed emitter is actually a grip section as well here. So it's a nice handle. Before I thought the machining of this part would make it, you know, sharp and, you know, damage my hand here, but they actually machine it pretty good. There's still some sharp edges, but nothing that would make you blister or you know, make you bleed. So it's still quite nice to handle. So I like it. You just kinda, you know, cover the window emitter section, but again, that's part of how you would grip the saber. Another one is, I think this is a difference from the Sentinel before. There are black and white grooves here in this section, on the upper section as well. It's not fully rounded. The black sections are actually flat. This is flat. Then the silver ones are, you know, curved or rounded. So it kind of gives you an even, but I like it. It's more of an uneven grip, but I like it. Doesn't, you know, gives me a different sensation when I hold it. Yeah, so it's again, I think it's more to your taste of if you want it more rounded or more flat. But I get, for me, it's good. It's quite nice. Yeah, so pretty much that's it. That's my short review of the V5 Saber from Ultrasabers, specifically the Dark Sentinel. I like it. It's more for me, for training or for duels. Price point wise, it's a little bit higher than the normal Sentinels, mainly because of course they put in an AV switch here, which is a little bit more expensive than your guarded switch, plus the design factors make it a little bit higher. I think it's around, you start with around $85 with this one. There are cheaper options for cheaper manufacturers. For example, Saber Trio offers their Arclight at less than $80. So you have that to, you know, look around. So, but again, with the design, I'm okay with it. It's not that big a difference anyway, but the difference, however, is the chassis inside. You know, the Ultrasabers usually doesn't have any battery chassis inside, so that's your issue here. You have your the normal way of how Ultrasabers does it. Well, for us, we haven't had the chance to actually put a chassis in, but more or less it's the same thing. The battery holder is dangling around with just a something that would make it, you know, a little bit tighter or snug fit inside the hilt. But you know, you would like something that would protect your saber as well when you do that strong hits. But again, that's me. Yeah, so pretty much that's it. That's my review of the Ultrasaber Dark Sentinel LEV5. I like it. There are some options that are cheaper and for me better built, especially when I told you that it came with a busted battery holder. So But if you like the design, I would, you know, I'd say go ahead and get one for yourself. So that's it. That's the short review. So thank you very much, guys, and have a happy New Year. Bye.